What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to the Light to Metal. It's time for yet another big edition of The Mail. That's right, time for The Mail. This edition of The Mail brought to you by my brother Ben. Ben from Austria. Now, brother Ben has been a friend of mine for years now. He used to do regular VC videos, and back in the days when, you know, LJ and Greeno and Lazarus were kings of the scene. Unfortunately, Lazarus is back and doing videos again. LJ is MIA. Greeno is back doing videos again. He does the Man Cave of Doom. Ben disappeared for a long time as well, but Ben is also back doing videos. He's done a couple videos in the last few weeks, and so do check Ben out. I'll try to remember to put a link below to his channel. But oddly enough, even though he stopped doing videos, he didn't stop doing videos. He stopped posting videos on YouTube, but he continued to do videos and send them to some of his friends, and me being one of them. So I've been watching his videos all through this last few years when he wasn't putting them on YouTube, and completely enjoying them. And he's just a totally cool cat. Him and I, musically, we cross over in the hard rock, especially in the 70s hard rock, and then the early 80s heavy metal stuff. He tends to go more towards, he likes, you know, rebel country. He likes folk music. He likes a lot of stuff that's a little mellower than what I like. When I go into stuff like, you know, the thrash and the death metal, that stuff he doesn't like. But we have this little crossover that we really like. He's a huge Status Quo fan. One of his all-time favorite bands. Tom Petty as well is one of his favorite bands. So anyhow, like I said, one of my all-time favorite people in the VC, and it's just a guy I consider a friend. And he told me he sent me a box. Now, I don't know what's in here, but I'm going to find out real soon. There is quite a few things in here. It looks like some 7-inch singles. Yep, there's some 7-inch singles in here. A couple CDs. Oh, wow. And a couple of records, a few records. Man, this box is amazing. I didn't expect this from him. All right. So first of all, there is a pressing of Electric Sun, which of course is Uli Jon Roth's, his first album post Scorpions, and this is Hendrix worship stuff, really kind of trippy. This is on the Brain label. Oh, can't see it 'cause there you go, on the Brain label. I love Uli Jon Roth. I'm a huge fan of Uli. I've met him a couple of times, and he's just the coolest cat in the world. He really, really is just a nice guy, and a spectacular guitar player, even to this day. And this is a fantastic album. Vocally, he's got a very unusual voice. He's got kind of that, I kind of put him in the same category as like Ace Frehley and Joe Perry, in that can't sing, don't care, rock and roll style. That's kind of where it is with Uli. Just, you know, great guy, great guitar player, great album. Now this is really cool. I'm kind of surprised because, like I said, Ben is not a thrasher, so this is Tankard, and this is Fat, Ugly, and Live, and really cool to have this on vinyl. Total surprise, total shock. Let's see here. It is a gatefold, and it has one of those cool thrash metal collages on the inside. There's also one of those inserts where you can buy different band shirts and Halloween and Tankard buttons and patches and all the other back patches and all that kind of fun stuff. Remember those days when you used to get order forms like that? If you do, you're old like me. And there's the vinyl and the center label. Really cool. So Ben, that is awesome. I love thrash. This is a German thrash band, and I'm really happy to have this one on CD. And finally, one I also don't have. This is Live Bites. This is Scorpions. And so, Tease Me, Please Me. Is There Anybody There? Rhythm of Love. In Trance. No Pain, No Gain. When the Smoke is Going Down. Ave Maria. No Moro. Living for Tomorrow. Concerto in V. Alien Nation. Hit Between the Eyes. Crazy World. Winds of Change. Heroes. Don't Cry. And White Dove. And this is this a gatefold? No, it is a double wide sleeve with 2 albums inside of it. And I didn't have this. This definitely doesn't show up in the US very often, but it's on your standard Mercury label. And looking forward to listening to that. I have the CD, of course. I mean, I've had the CD for years, but I've got to have the vinyl. And it's a Scorpions, so I'm, you know, always interested in anything Scorpions. Huge fan of this band, so very cool. Live Bites. Get it? Love Bites, Live Bites. Yeah. All right, so that's it for that. There's a bunch of newspaper, which is, I always find it amusing to get newspaper from other countries because I can't read a damn thing. But it's always fun to look at anyhow. All right, and there's a few CDs and a bunch of 7-inch singles. Wow. He hooked me up here. I have a pile of stuff for him over here too, but not anywhere near this yet. Of course, I did just send him one not too long ago. That's probably why. But all right, so I'm gonna go through. This is so cool. So we got "Rockin' All Over the World" from Status Quo. Phonogram. This looks to be a German pressing on the Vertigo label. Vertigo Swirl label, no less. Like I said, he is the biggest Quo fan ever. I mean, the guy's Quo collection will kill anybody's. I mean, just amazing Quo collection. And this is What You're Proposing, Status Quo, picture sleeve single, backed with AB Blues. Yep, AB Blues. Again, on the Phonogram label. I don't know what year this one is. This looks to be German as well. What year? 1980. Well, Scorpions, Winds of Change, picture sleeve single. I have a US pressing of Winds of Change in a standard Mercury sleeve, so cool to have a picture sleeve version of it. Sweet, Little Willie. Yeah, him and I share a love of this band. We love the Sweet. Of course, some of their early stuff like this, Little Willie, Willie won't go. Yeah, it's very, very poppy. But you know, later on, these guys, as they started writing their own songs and becoming and moving into the 70s, they got heavier and harder rocking and wrote great songs like Action, which of course Raven covered that song. But we got Man from Mecca on the B-side. RCA Records. This has got to be early 80s, like 72 or so. Cool picture sleeve single. Deep Purple. Love Deep Purple. This is the Mach 2 era with, of course, Ian Gillan on vocals. And this is Super Trooper and Bloodsucker. This is an original pressing on Purple Records. UK pressing, I would assume. Alright, this is very cool. Philip Lynott. This is a Yellow Pearl backed with Girls. This is a, let's see, UK pressing. I have a picture sleeve pressing. I don't have this particular record sleeve pressing. And anything Lizzie, anything. With way he's with Quo, that's the way I'm with Lizzie. I have multiple copies from different countries, all that kind of fun stuff. So, all right. So then there is there's a lot of singles here. All right, I'm gonna start going through quicker. This is a Metal Hammer compilation. So you've got Slaughter, Tribe Tattoo, Tarango, and Child's Play, all kind of more along the pop metal range. I really do like Slaughter. I've seen them live a couple times. Was a huge Vinnie Vincent fan, so Slaughter was a no-brainer for me. Oddly enough, though, when the first song I heard was Fly Away from them, and that kind of turned me off to them until I actually saw them opening up for Ted Nugent and was like, wow, why did I not give this band a chance? Assuming that, you know, they were just kind of sappy from that one single, they're actually a great band, and bassist Dana Strum is a beast on stage. All right, this is SUZI Quattro, and this is Daytona Daemon. This looks to be like a German pressing on Electrola. Live as long as Spanish Guitar Omega. Okay, now this one I'm unfamiliar with. Omega are a progressive band, a prog band. I do know who the band is. I just don't know this song. I've never seen this single before, so this is very cool. Something I'm going to check out. I'm looking forward to it. I love prog rock. Pretty sure that I'm really guessing and going back to the cobwebs in my brain to think of the name of this band. I really am not all that familiar with them, but very cool. Ben knows what I like, so this is the next one after this one is. These are both awesome. Queen, Mustafa, backed with Dead on Time. picture sleeve single. Now, Queen singles are like rarities in the U.S. right now because they're just so popular after that movie came out. This is also a German pressing. And I think I might have said that he is from, Ben is from Austria, which of course, right there with Germany. So this this is fantastic. This one, yeah. Scorpions. Again, I love the Scorpions, but this is a picture sleeve single for Is There Anybody There, and Can't Get Enough. And man, I'm just stoked to have that in my collection. Very cool. He could have just sent this and I would have been smiling from ear to ear like I am now. All right, 2 more to go, and then we have a couple CDs, it looks like. This is the KNACK, My Sharona, and I do like this song, and I do like this band. No, they are not your typical hard rock heavy metal band. They were definitely more of your new wave style from back in the day, but man, that song jams. I don't care what anybody says. And then finally, a little note on this one says, this has a way better home in your collection, which is really cool of him. This is the Ace of Spades picture disc. So back to with We Are the Road Crew. This is from Metal Hammer, and I think he showed this in a video, and I'm sure I probably commented on it, how cool that was. Didn't ask him to send it to me, but very cool that he did, because I mean, I've got at least 30 Motorhead singles, if not more, and this is going to go right along with him because I love Motorhead. All right, so we got a couple of CDs here too, and when you send CDs across the world, it's best to put them in, you know, something like this and get rid of the plastic cases, because I've got tons of plastic cases and put them in. You're just paying to ship plastic back and forth. So what we got here is back-to-back 2 Status Quo. So you've got 2 albums from Status Quo, and let's see if I can get this thing out of here. So we've got Quo and Blue for You. And I did not have these on CD, so very, very cool. These are classic 70s Quo albums, back when they would have been considered a hard rock band or heavy metal band, boogie rock, whatever you want to call them. I mean, these days no one's going to call them anything outside of a rock and roll band. But back in the day, people who were into heavy metal, you'd see the denim patch-clad vests all over the place. Status Quo were right there alongside of the Scorpions and all the other metal bands of that time period. So Status Quo. Again, Deep Purple. This is Shades of Deep Purple. This looks to be a German pressing of this Best Of album, and it is the very best of Deep Purple. The original pressing, original mastering, which I know Ben is a huge fan of. He's not a big fan of remastering. Personally, I like remastering because I know. Alright, here's the deal with remastering. Back when in the early 2000s, and when they were remastering everything and releasing it, everybody was brickwalling everything. They were just making it louder, and you were losing dynamics. These days, a lot of sound engineers are no longer brickwalling it, but they're turning the volume down on these CDs, and they're getting you a wider range of sound. And adding, things that were maybe absent, like some albums, like in particular my Ultimatum's album, Puppet of Destruction, came out in 1998. The remaster has more bottom end, and you can hear the bass guitar better, and you can hear all the particular instruments better than you could on the original mix. So, I do like remastering as long as it's done correctly. But anyhow, this is an original pressing. All that to say that. And then finally, this is a German pressing of Scorpions' Crazy World. So there you go. That's my package from Ben. Hope you enjoyed this video. I always enjoy talking music with y'all. Once again, thank you, Ben, for the package, and I will put a link below to his channel. Check Ben out. Tell him I said hi. That's it. God bless. Stay strong.